back from the Christmas feasts and back in the studio to review one of your underwater films.
Coming up.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another Thursday reviewing your underwater films. And I'm not allowed to say any more because otherwise Matthias will be angry that I'm taking over the intro. So Matthias, go ahead.
Well, thank you very much for letting me speak in my own studio here. And welcome from my side as well, guys. We hope you had a fantastic Christmas with your loved ones and within your families. And who knows, maybe you did find something useful for your underwater filming adventures underneath that Christmas tree. And if you did, I'd be very curious to find out what it was. Feel free to put it down in the comment sections below. How was your Christmas, by the way, Sebastian?
Very nice. Seeing the family, having some nice Christmas dinners and Christmas breakfast and
Christmas lunches and snacks and
a lot of food involved.
A lot of food. Yeah, I was actually very afraid that you weren't going to be fitting into this chair anymore. But I think there's still a few more Christmases that you can do the same thing without running into that risk.
I do.
All right, fantastic. So again, it's time for another reviewing your underwater films. Today we've got a submission from who?
Today we got a submission from Kolin Hansen. He did a film made in British Columbia.
Nice.
And he used an iPhone 11
Ooh.
and some Light and Motion Solar Video Pro lights with about, to look it up, 15,000 lumen. So yeah,
Nice.
It's going to be very
Very bright.
yeah, very bright. Actually, very bright. Yeah.
There's a lot of light.
But it's,
of light play happening there. I'm curious to see what Kolin was able to achieve with an iPhone. You definitely, Kolin, in a mainstream route there, filming with your iPhone. So let's not waste any more of your time, and let's get right into that film, shall we?
Yes,
Let's do it.
I've had my heart broken in two, but something's different next to you.
Getting salty, I like that.
It's like my soul is set on fire.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
I didn't even see that at first. Very cool.
'Cause I can run, but I can't.
Look at that. Awesome.
I can't
Whoa.
keep bottled up inside, and all I wanna know is, are you ready for the ride? What have I been waiting for? Oh, I can run, but I can't hide the feelings that I know.
Wow. How many of them are there?
The feelings that I know. 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 Take my hand and say for sure.
Like a seal suit.
I can't
incredible.
keep on this road alone. And all this time I thought I knew, but all this time oh, it's been you. 'Cause I can run, but I can't hide the feelings that I know. I can't keep on
dancing to the music. The good thing about the cell phone, right? The GoPro is never be in focus.
Cause I can run, but I can't hide the feelings that I know I can't keep bottled up inside. And all I wanna know is, are you ready for the ride? What have I been waiting for? Oh, I can run, but I can't hide the feelings that I know.
That was pretty cool, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Cool. Colin, thank you so much, mate, for submitting this film and giving us this experience of watching all these seals dancing to the music track that you've selected for this film. I enjoyed it. I really did. Well done. Great work.
Keep going.
Okay, cool. All right, Colin. So I go first with my criticism of the film. As I said, I really enjoyed it. I think it is a great piece that you can just watch wherever really, and it just makes you feel really good. That's how I feel after watching this film. The music's really catchy and upbeat and actually fits quite well, I think, to the images that we saw. The images are really nice. I think you got some really cool images, and I think it's a very good example of showing how good smartphones can be. And this is an older model. We're talking about an iPhone 11. We are up to the iPhone 14 line now, which has improved quite a bit in terms of the colors. I guess also in terms of autofocus and stuff. But you can see here that you get quite a big variety that you can take, a variety of shots that you can take with a smartphone that would be a lot more difficult to achieve with, for example, a GoPro, any other action cam, where as soon as these seals came too close to the lens, they would not be in focus anymore. And that didn't seem to be any issue at all with the iPhone here. It just kept everything nicely in focus. I think there was one shot right at the end where we saw like the wide angle shot with all the seals sort of in the frame, where you could see the focus. It lost the focus quickly and came back again. So it was hunting for the focus. And that's something that would not have happened with the GoPro. That's something that happens with an iPhone when it tries, or with a cell phone, then it tries to find the focus point. Personally, I probably would have tried to cut just that sequence out where it was hunting for focus. But other than that, it seemed to work very well. Especially while you were having the seals close enough so your lights were actually being reflected off the seals. You were getting quite decent colors. I think you could still have, push those colors a little bit more, maybe increase saturation and contrast a little bit. I don't really know how much you've actually done on the color grading part. I personally would have tried to make it a little more saturated, a little more contrasty, most of the shots. But yeah, they were nice, and as long as the light was reaching your seals and it was reflecting back, you got some decent color, I think, as well, that you, as I said, could have just pushed a little more. But then on the wide shot, you could definitely see the weaknesses of the iPhone 11, where all just looked kind of the same color, sort of gray and gray, and that's just because your lights, either you didn't have them on or they just weren't reaching your objects anymore. And there, I think you could have, if the codec was allowing it all, you could have done a little more with color correcting to match it a little better to the rest of your shots there. How do you see that?
Yeah, first of all, to the lights, I think this is a very good example how much lights can do to your footage, because like the iPhone had no problems of focusing. You supported it for the scene detection, and yeah, I mean you had a lot of shadow details, and it was very nice, very nice looking image. For the part you said, like the wide angle shots and where the seals are further away, yeah, I think it's not possible with the lights, because I thought it looked really far away.
Yeah.
But maybe a filter would have been helpful there. Just to support the iPhone a little bit. But then again, I think it was very dark water I mean, so the iPhone would struggle anyway
Yep.
with not having enough light. But maybe the color reproduction would have been little bit better if you're using a filter. You said already you would have cut some clips a little bit earlier. I totally agree with that. There are some clips that are like, okay, just a little bit before, a little bit after, just make them a little shorter and get rid of the not in focus ones and stuff like that. I had the feeling that, well, I have to say, I liked it very much. It was fun to watch.
Yeah.
But if we're talking about like some of the shots, they're a little bit repetitive.
Yeah.
So if you want to shorten that down a little bit, keep your viewers' attention a little bit more, you could just get rid of one or two of the repetitive shots. Just like this wide angle, the suit's coming and going, then maybe a close up, then again. So yeah, if you want to get rid of that one, that would be an option to shorten the
it
length,
down a little bit. Yeah, I agree. I have to agree with Sebastian on this one. I also think that now this video was about 4 minutes and something long. I think if you bring it down to, if you can shorten it by a minute probably, bring it down to around 3 minutes, that's probably a good length for it, or even 2 minutes. The thing is also, and please don't get this wrong, Colin, as Sebastian said, we really enjoyed watching this film, but it doesn't really have, there's no storyline really in this film. You're not really telling a story other than what you saw on that dive. So personally, I think you could have even dialed it down to 2 minutes and just cut out a few of these shots of the seals actually, because they're great shots, but they're all very similar shots. And I feel with you, I know how it feels to have so many good shots and you go like, well, but I don't know which one not to use and they're all really cool and I want to use them all. And that's fair and good. Try to eliminate probably half of these shots where we had the seals coming into the frame and all that sort of stuff. It'll still be enough to keep your audience to keep them engaged and interested, but you're not going to be dragging it out too long. Or maybe do like a second version, one version that's just for you, that you keep for your personal storage, and you like when you show it to friends and stuff, and have a shorter version uploaded onto the net for people to just watch a shorter version. Because I think it's enough if you get rid of probably half of the close-up seal shots that you were showing us in this clip. But again, don't take this the wrong way. They're all really good shots, but they're kind of all the same, so it gets a bit repetitive after a moment.
Yeah, and it was what I was missing a little bit is like there were, I think, 2 shots where you could see the divers' interaction. That would be a very nice way to tell a little bit of story about the dive. You start like the wide angle, you see the seals coming in, you see the interaction with the divers, then you get the close-up shots and something like that. Because like the shots were very nice to watch, and like this whole seal crowd coming in, and it was. Yeah, there would be an option to improve, just to get a little more of a variety of shots. And then one particular shot I liked very much, but I would like to see that shot right at the end, because there's like the seals, I think it's the wide angle shot, and right like about 3 minutes or something, where the seals are coming in, and then you kept the camera recording and they're all leaving. And that would be the perfect shot to end the video. Yeah, that would be I thought great idea, just to keep camera rolling, and but it would be good to have it at the end. It would be perfect match for the end.
I see that too. I agree. Cool. Anything else from your side?
No. I want to go diving with seals.
Yeah, I know. I don't know, this must have been like the 3rd or 4th video that we've watched from British Columbia. Now I'm really, really tempted to come and dive in British Columbia sooner rather than later to be able to experience that myself. So thank you very much, Colin, for sharing this piece of work with us. As we said, congratulations, very nice piece that you've created here. It was very enjoyable to watch. We will obviously link Colin's video, the original, down in the video description below. And there's also going to be a link to his YouTube channel, so feel free, guys, to go over there, leave a like, a subscription, say hello. let Colin know where you're coming from. And if you do have a film yourself that you want to send and have reviewed in this series here, feel free to send me an email to contact@matthiaslebo.com, sharing the link where the video is uploaded and where we can watch it. Right now, we do have a fairly long list. It's going to take about 7 to 8 months until we get to your film once you've submitted it. But please do not, this shouldn't this shouldn't really prohibit you from sending your films in. We'll watch every single submission that we get. It's just going to take us a little moment to get there, and we can't really do more than one video submission per week, right?
And what would be great if you send Matthias the email, just include a little bit some information about the camera used, maybe used lights or not, filters, and a little bit about the dive location, so we know a little bit what's going on and what you used. Would be great.
Very good idea. Thank you, Sebastian, for adding that. All right, that's it from us for today. We'll wish you a fantastic end of the year, guys. Have a great New Year's celebration. Get well into the new year. This was the last episode of reviewing Uganda films for 2022. We will be back with the old enthusiasm and new power and force in 2023, and we can't wait to see all the amazing underwater work that you guys create and that you allow us to review within this series. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and we will see you in 2023.
See you next year.
See you next year, guys.
Bye
Bye-bye.
guys.